Namaste everyone. Today, we the students of D.A.V Secondary School Mogappair are here to present our program before this esteemed audience. Anjali Koyo will begin today's program with a bhajan, Dharma Vedic Hai Hamara.
Amen. request Mr. Mogappair to present.
Sure, no, sir. Sure.
Thank you, Anjali Goyal. That was truly music to our ears. Now, T. Varadisha and P.R. Rashidi will present a speech on Paravidya and Aparavidya. Let's sit back and listen to our students.
विद्या ददाति विनयं विनया ददाति पात्रतां पात्रत्वादनमाप्नोति धनाधर्मं ततः सुखम्. Which means, when a person is educated, he gains humility. The humility gained will lead to worthiness. Being worthy will help us to gain the wealth. The wealth, used in a dharmic way, will lead to good deeds. The good deeds performed are the true internal fulfillment and happiness.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our ancient Indian tradition, knowledge is categorized as Paravidya and Aparavidya. Paravidya is our ultimate knowledge that transcends the physical world, liberating us from the cycle of birth and death. Paravidya is a knowledge of the world around us, helping us navigate and succeed. Some examples on Paravidya: studying and following scriptures like Upanishads, Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, practicing Bhakti Yoga for self-realization and acquiring knowledge about the divine. The act of a man buying a car and a house comes under Aparavidya. Here's one. Acquiring a car and a house are material possessions that provide comfort and convenience to the worldly life. Unfortunately, we have prioritized Aparavidya over Paravidya, neglecting spiritual growth. We are caught up in material pursuits, forgetting the importance of understanding life's purpose and meaning. Let's try to acquire both types of knowledge, balancing material and spiritual pursuits. By embracing both Paravidya and Aparavidya, we can cultivate a more holistic approach to life, a life that honors the beauty of the world around us, simultaneously nurturing our inner growth. Let us take a moment to reflect on our own journeys. Where are we currently placing our attentions? Are we leaning more towards Paravidya or Aparavidya? Let us surrender our limited understanding and egocentric tendencies, making space for the grace of Paravidya to descend upon us. May our gathering here today be a testament to the power of collective seeking, and may our individual journeys be filled with wisdom, love and the light that we see. I would like to conclude by saying true knowledge is not just about knowledge. It's about understanding life's purpose. Let's become wise and enlightened individuals. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, students. That was very informative. Now, I call upon our Anjali Goyal again, who will conclude today's program with a bhajan, Ishwar Tumi Daya Karo.
मैंने पाया, तेरी कृपा को मैंने पाया, तेरी दया को मैंने पाया, तेरी दया को मैंने पाया, तेरे नाम का सुमिरन करके मेरे मन में सुख भर आया, तेरे नाम का सुमिरन करके मेरे मन में सुख भर आया। दुनिया की ठोकर खाकर जब हुआ कभी बेसहारा, दुनिया की ठोकर खाकर जब हुआ कभी बेसहारा, ना पाकर अपना कोई जब मैंने तुम्हें पुकारा, ना पाकर अपना कोई जब मैंने तुम्हें पुकारा, तेरे नाथ मेरे सिर ऊपर तूने अमृत बरसाया, तेरे नाथ मेरे सिर ऊपर तूने अमृत बरसाया, तेरी कृपा को मैंने पाया, तेरी कृपा को मैंने पाया, तेरी दया को मैंने पाया, तेरी दया को मैंने पाया, तेरे नाम का सुमिरन करके मेरे मन में सुख भर आया, तेरे नाम का सुमिरन करके मेरे मन में सुख भर आया। तुम संग में धारिक मेरे, ये नयन देख न पाए, तू संग में धारिक मेरे, ये नयन देख न पाए, चल चल माया के रंग में ये नयन रहे भूल जाए, चल चल माया के रंग में ये नयन रहे भूल जाए, जितनी भी बार गिराओ तूने पग पग मुझे उठाया, जितनी भी बार गिराओ तूने पग पग मुझे उठाया, तेरी कृपा को मैंने पाया, तेरी कृपा को मैंने पाया, तेरी दया को मैंने पाया, तेरी दया को मैंने पाया, तेरे नाम का सुमिरन करके मेरे मन में सुख भर आया, तेरे नाम का सुमिरन करके मेरे मन में सुख भर गिराया को मैंने पाया, तेरे नाम का सुमिरन करके मेरे मन में सुख आया। तेरे नाम का सुमिरन करके मेरे मन में सुख आया। मेरे मन में सुख आया। मेरे मन में सुख आया।
It was hilarious performance. Thank you. Mataji is 90 plus, but her voice is like 50. Dhanyawad Mataji.
पुरुषं महान्तं आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् त्वमेव विदित्वा मृत्युमेति नान्यपन्था विद्यते यः. Respected audience, it's a bit late. I'll keep the talk short. We had some two wonderful bhajans. स्पेशली भाई माता जी, थैंक यू माता जी, आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आपने जो है आप हमारी प्रेरणा के स्रोत हैं कि आपने जो इतना बढ़िया भजन हम लोग के सामने पेश किया, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है, धन्यवाद. So I'll take a short topic and hope that you find relevant. So we had this meditation session as well, plus the two bhajans prior to that on the, and they're all centered on Ishwar. On the face of it, we all tend to agree that Ishwar exists. भगवान ईश्वर होता है, ऐसा मानते हैं? You all agree? Completely convinced? Completely convinced? No. Not completely convinced about it. Yes or no? Some doubt. Theoretically, yes, Ishwar is there, God is there, Supreme Force is there, this thought process exists. But you ask your inner soul, are you completely convinced about it? Suddenly some doubts come up. And you start thinking that is it only an imagination, one figment of imagination that we've all created? Right? Because people keep talking about it. Since the crowd keep talking about it, maybe it must be true. But I don't know, not too sure. So I'll place before you a rationale as to why Ishwar exists. Why Ishwar exists. Okay. So, think about it. If you have, say, a potter who is making a pot, and that pot is making using what? He uses clay or some water, etc. All that, isn't it? Is there a reason why he's making this pot, or is it completely he's just making it, or is there a reason behind it? Why he's making the pot? He's putting the effort, right? He's taking the pot, getting the mud, trying to kind of put it together. So there must be some reason behind it. कोई ना कोई कारण हुआ. Because there's a reason around. Now what is the reason? Why is he making the pot?
Profit.
So that?
To earn money. To earn money.
He can earn money and then he can sell the pot. He can sell the pot. Why will he be able to sell the pot? Because why will someone buy the pot?
Other people
He can use it to store water or something else. There is some use of it, isn't it? So he's making this pot so that he can sell it to someone, isn't it? And why did that person buy it? Because he can use it in some shape or form. Or maybe this potter is making this pot for his self-use. Possible? That's also possible. So now, this pot, can we say, is being made by someone, for someone? This pot is being made by someone, for someone. And if I extend it further, to make this pot, he's using this clay, water, etc., isn't it? So I can say this pot is being made by someone, for someone, using something. Using something. This pot is being made by someone, for someone, using something. You have with me? Now, let's take this mic. Can this principle be applied here also? This mic was made by someone, for someone, using
For
someone.
someone.
This cannot come into existence on its own. Yes or no? Yes. A simple table, a simple window, by someone, for someone, using something. Right. This we can categorize universally as the 3-in-1 principle. 3-in-1 principle. Everything around us, you take a look, be this fan, this light, anything around us, this dari, everything is made by someone, for someone, using something. Okay. This is applicable universally in the real world that we see around us. There is no doubt around it. Yes or no? So now, let's come to this universe first. This universe first. So should this 3-in-1 principle apply? That this universe, that means this earth, this sun, this moon, right? Do you think it can apply to that also? Or will you ascribe that to Big Bang theory? Everything happened by some fusion, etc. Or do you think that with regard to the sun, the earth, the moon, the stars, also this principle of everything is made by someone, for someone, using something. Will that be applicable or not? Is something that we need to think about. Modern science says it's all a fusion, all happened by itself, isn't it? We'll park that thought aside. Okay. But remember one thing, that this world is extremely complex. Earth itself looks so huge to us. You want to go from here to the US, you will take like a 16, 18, 20 hour flight, right, to get to the US. It's huge, isn't it? And the sun is 10 lakh times larger than Earth. How much? 10 lakh times larger than Earth. Earth itself looks so huge. There is 10 lakh times larger than us, than Earth. How far is sun from Earth? So from here, if you want to go to Delhi, it looks really far. It's about 2,500 kilometers. Right? From here to sun is 15,000 crore kilometers. It's a huge number, difficult to even imagine. The moon that looks relatively near is 3.84 lakhs kilometers away. How much? 3.84 lakhs kilometers. Why am I giving you this basic simple statistic? To give you perspective, the world is really huge. And everything is made by someone, for someone, using something. We'll think about that aspect as well. I'll come to something which is more easily comprehensible by us. So let's come to our human body. To our human body. Okay? This earth, sun, etc., you will say, boss, all this is like, crores and crores of years back, right? You're trying to think through something. It's okay, I understand, I'm not fully convinced yet. So to help you understand further, let's think about this human body. This body is simple or complex? Extremely complex. You know the length of the blood vessels in this body? 1 lakh kilometer long blood vessels, right? As also mentioned in my teaching session. Now, this complex body is being created almost every day. Every day? Every day, lakhs and lakhs of children are being born. Yes or no? Lakhs and lakhs die, and lakhs are born. And every day, a child is born, we're all growing as well, isn't it? Every day, a child is born, first day, like he's small, every day there is growth. It's not that suddenly growth happens. Every day there is some growth, right? His blood vessels are enlarging, his bones are enlarging, and when he's born itself, such a complex body. Now, who made this body? It is not the parents, isn't it? The mother does not even know whether it's a boy or a girl till the birth happens. So it is not the father, it is not the mother. Parents have not created this complex body. So you leave the Big Bang theory because it's all being fed to us, we've been hearing about it. You leave the earth, sun, moon, etc. But this body that is being created almost every single day. Right? Lakhs and lakhs of births are happening. Right? Those bodies are being formed, created. All this complex system. Right? To my mind, the 3-in-1 principle, without any doubt whatsoever, will come into will come into play over here. Everything is made by someone, for someone, using something. Now, when you think about this body, when you say by someone, who could that be? Some supreme force. Don't want to call it Ishwar, don't want to call it God, don't want to call it, whatever name you want, that's all right. But there is a supreme force, right? That is by someone, right? For someone. Who is that for someone? It is our soul, our Atma, right? Using what? Using something. What is that something? The entire world, if you think about it. The modern science says what? If you break down anything, you can break it down into atom, and then proton, electron, neutron, and modern science says matter can never be created nor destroyed. Over here, the Vedas exactly say that listen, there is this, what we call sattva, rajas, and tamas. Proton, electron, neutron are the scientific names. I will not say proton is equal to sattva, or I will not draw that kind of a conclusion, right? But the Vedas say there are the sattva, rajas, and tamas. Everything is made by someone, for someone, using something. Right? From these 3 sattva, rajas, tamas, you also have the Panchamahabhut, which is water, fire, etc. Whenever a person also passes away, you do the cremation, what do you say? He says, the body is what? Melted into the Panchamahabhut. And the Panchamahabhut further goes into the 3 sattva, rajas, and tamas. These 3 things find their audience, which is the supreme force, the soul, and the matter, which is sattva, rajas, and tamas. All these 3 things are eternal. The 3-in-1 principle cannot be applied to soul. The 3-in-1 principle cannot be applied to supreme force. The 3-in-1 principle cannot be applied to the starting point, which is matter. Right? But beyond this, everything in this world will have the 3-in-1 principle applicable. For these 3 things, it cannot be applicable, because if you say for Ishwar it's applicable, who made Ishwar? For whom? Using what? Can never be answered. Who made the soul? For whom? Using what? Can never be answered. Who made sattva, rajas, tamas? For what? Using what? Can never be answered. Right? That's the starting point as per the Vedas, and from there emerges how things flow forward. But overall, the supreme force does exist. Right? Because the 3-in-1 principle is applicable, otherwise universal. So, because when we pursue the path of spirituality, when we face challenges in life, when there are difficulties, we often start wondering whether Ishwar is there or not, or laws of figurative imagination. That's why it's important for us to periodically keep reminding ourselves, being able to prove to ourselves that supreme force exists, Ishwar exists. I'll stop over here. If you have other questions, we'll quickly take that and then we'll wind the session. This theory sounds all right? You're fully convinced? Fully convinced? No, you can't find any hole in this theory? You're convinced that these 3 things are eternal, they can, for that 3-in-1 principle cannot be applicable? Or because I am saying it, that's why you have to agree? Thank you so much. I know for patient listening. Om Shanti.